I just want to go a few steps back with regards to the people that were killed. What sort of evidence do you have that those deaths were directly linked to the singing of the song?
Well, of course, one will never have that evidence. What we have...
But then why put it in this context?
Because people are literally being killed. We have a culture of violence in the country. If you're going to the TRC, your expert mentioned what Thabo Mbeki said at the TRC. At the TRC, there was also a farm murderer that said that he was inspired by Kill the Boer. If we look at a family near Welkom, a mother and daughter, when they were murdered, their own blood was used to write Kill the Boer on a wall in that house. So I think it's totally irresponsible. If you really want to look at the struggle and you want to fight the struggle, do that. But don't bring ethnic violence into this. It's simply unacceptable that somebody says you should kill somebody simply because of the ethnicity. That is the biggest form of racism.
We never want to minimize death, Sinawo, but how do you respond to when Kallie groups it with the singing of the song?
It's nonsensical. So first and foremost, it's extremely racist to presume that black people are of so low intellectual and emotional capacity that a song would incite them to go and kill people. It's racist. It's undermining of our people. That's the first thing. The second thing is that AfriForum and many racist and right-wing groups in South Africa and internationally want to exceptionalize the death of white people. So when a white person dies due to violence or crime, which is prevalent in South Africa, it must become an international crisis. From January to March this year, 6,200 people died in South Africa. Not even 0.5% of those people were murdered in farms or were murdered as a relation to farm murders. So why is this a debate? Why are we not focusing on crime as a central point in why people are being killed, even on farms? But because they exceptionalize themselves, because they have white self-entitlement, and because they think white life is over and above any life in South Africa, that even if one life is lost, there must be international uproar. That's why we're having this debate today. It's a sideshow that is trying to distract the EFF from its successful 10th anniversary celebrations. And if we wanted to do anything, we could have done it on that day. There were 100,000 people at FNB Stadium. We could have marched to the closest suburb and done what they think we want to do. We have no intention of killing white people. There's no policy in the EFF that says we're going to kill white people. This is a liberation song. We're going to defend it as well. And it's unfortunate that many liberation movements who are part and parcel of this culture are not at the forefront of defending it. But as an organization that has inherited this struggle from our forefathers, we're going to do it. But it's nonsensical and it's undermining of our people to think a song is going to make them go and kill people. He can't prove it himself. He said it now. There's no evidence that the people who were killed, the 3 people who were killed last week, were killed as a result of kill the Boer, kill the farmer. AfriForum is involved in an elaborate fundraising initiative. They use Swat Khafar tactics. They want to alarm people, and they get this attention so that they can fund their trip to the bush to go and shoot at paper targets and drink brandy and coke. This is what they're doing, and that's all they're going to be doing.
Equality Court judgment, let me go back to what it said, right? A reasonable listener would conclude that that song does not constitute hate speech, but rather it deserves to be protected under the rubric freedom of speech. So it begs the question, are you being...
Good evening. And what a wonderful program. Brilliance is always from the EFF leadership. And I speak on this forum as a very ashamed white South African, as I am every day, because we have the AfriForum individuals speaking about the EFF having no morals, but it is white South Africans who have had no moral compass, that we have never accounted for the great atrocities that we committed against Black South Africans. And now the white man still has the arrogance to speak about what a black child should sing. It's absolutely outrageous. I mean, this is the height of white supremacy that we're still having 30 years into democracy. I'm ashamed and I'm horrified that a white man still thinks he governs this country and he can tell black, thinking, brilliant young youth what to believe. Before I go, I want to say I was a member of the EFF in 2014. I went to many rallies, huge rallies all over the country. And I was never, I felt comfortable, welcome, safe. So the propaganda of the white man, which we've had in this country for centuries under colonialism, is a pandemic that, thank goodness, the young progressive youth of this country are going to snuff out. And it must stop. It is absolute nonsense. But the point I'd like to emphasize is the perpetual arrogance of whiteness. There's an immorality in that, and shame on you.